Yo, guys. It is Old Man G here, back again with another match reaction. A bit earlier. Usually I do a 10 o'clock show, but I just thought, timing. Timing. That's the most important thing. So, and just thought we just got it to just do something earlier. But anyway, the point is Manchester United 3, West Ham nil in what was ultimately quite a nice, comfortable performance for Manchester United. I'm not going to lie. That was nice. It was nice. It was comfortable. I really enjoyed actually not having to, like, for the most part, worry about what was going to happen to Manchester United this game. I think if you are, if you're looking at the game thinking, right, okay, what could Manchester United have done better? What could they done differently? Aside from maybe just a few lapses of concentration, I don't really think there was much else that Manchester United could have done, to be honest. I really don't think there was that much that Manchester United actually, in my opinion, could have done more than they already did in that game. Obviously, Rasmus getting his goal, I think going on top, I think that was great. Garnacho getting his brace, I think as well. At the end of the day, as it says in the title, the future is bright. The future is bright for Manchester United. I think that, we say a lot about how Marcus Rashford and a lot of our players got a lot of stick basically for not being able to finish, not contributing, etc. But at the end of the day, we have a situation here where our players managed to say what's up against the West Ham side. That quite frankly, I actually played all right. I actually think if you're a West Ham fan, you're probably thinking, how did we lose this game? I mean, I'm not saying that West Ham, they created a few chances. It's not like they peppered our goal. But I can kind of understand why some people might say, well, actually, no, West Ham actually played all right. And I think that was credit to West Ham. I think that when you just kind of look at the way the game went, yeah, I think you could potentially make an argument, not completely, but you could potentially make an argument that West Ham were, I don't want to say unlucky, but I just think it was not as easy as a game as the 3-0 scoreline let on. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. Obviously looking at the table, Manchester United going to, I think, 6th position now ahead of West Ham. And as I've said several times before, like for me, it is really about top 4 at this point. It is, well, top 4, top 5. Obviously, Manchester United are nowhere near competing for a title, and there's too much inconsistency there. I get that. But Manchester United, in my opinion, need to battle to get at least top 5. Spurs look like they're going on strong. Liverpool are going to be there. Arsenal and City are going to be there. So as far as I'm concerned, top 4 is already done. If you think about it, Arsenal, Spurs, City, and Liverpool. Maybe Spurs might, ball out. I don't know, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm not. I think that they probably will be okay. Spurs, and we have the opportunity to beat them Old Trafford. We can see the 2 goals. For me, you can't afford to do that. You can't afford to do that against Spurs side. But if we can go on a run, given who's available, then you never know. You never know. Manchester United might actually be able to do something, and I hope Manchester United are able to do something because, I'd say I'm a little bit concerned with the Martinez injury. I think the Martinez injury, if you're a Manchester United fan, is a little bit concerning. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video, guys. If you're new, bottom right corner, of course. We'll obviously get into the player ratings later as well. But you can clearly see the difference that Martinez makes when he plays. There is clearly a big difference when Martinez is playing and where he's able to come into midfield. Link up play. He's a miss, and I really hope that this knee problem is not something that he's out for a long time. I mean, he looked like he walked off the field, so I'm hoping. Although he walked off the field, was his foot injury, so who knows? But I'm really hoping that Martinez can at least Personally, I think we needed him against Villa. Next week away to Villa is a massive game. It is a massive, massive game, and we need him. We desperately need Martinez for that game, and fingers crossed, he's available for that game. That's what I would say. Let me. So I'll just change this one thing. Hold on, everybody. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this team. Obviously, I'm content in that. We're starting to see the front three, and by the front three I mean Rasmus and Højlund, even to a certain extent Rashford. We're starting to see them build with a lot more confidence. There's a lot more confidence now in this team. Going forward, pushing forward, it's looking good. I think that if you are, if you're looking at the future, as the title says, the future is bright. You're looking at a team that we can build on. We can build around Garnacho, we can build around Højlund, we can build around Mainoo, we can build around these players and hopefully do something. I'm not sure. There's certain players in this team, obviously, that I still think are not to scratch. And when the likes of Mainoo comes off, for example, do you see a drop off? What is the longevity, the likes of Varane, the likes of Maguire, the likes of Casemiro, etc. So those are questions that will have to be addressed in the summer. But I think if you have to look at the performance, that's the type of performance that I like just United, in that we need performances where we are or continue to remain quite comfortable. This is one of the big issues when we played against the Wolves in midweek. Conceding 3 goals like that, it just wasn't cool. And part of that came from how we managed the game, how Ten Hag arguably managed the game with the substitutions that he made. He made so many subs towards the end that I just felt that we lost our flow a bit. This time around, I guess in fairness, the second goal helped. We had a 2-0 cushion, and that was the same case till about till the end, until we scored the third goal. But we had that cushion there, and I think that gave us a bit of protection. But as far as Wolves go, when they scored the goal, we just, I think Ten Hag's game management needs to be better. I think that our game management in general needs to be better. So as a football club, as a football team, but I'm looking at this game thinking, right, hopefully this will be the springboard on for more positivity, more positive news. And like I said the future is bright. I think it's time now, especially because I'm living in a world where Chelsea FC lost. Chelsea FC lost, and they lost badly. Chelsea FC lost, and they lost badly, man. We're living in that world where they lost 4-2. And I think, let me check. Are we 7 points? I think we might be 7 points clear of these dons. I think we might be 7 points clear of these frauds. Let me have a look. Oh wow. Arsenal are winning. Interesting. That makes because bear in mind City have 2 games in hand. If they win those 2 games in hand, they'll be above Liverpool. Interesting. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, United is 6th place. But anyway, just going on. At the end of the day, I'm happy with the result. I think that Manchester United can. We just need to build on it. We need to build on it. West Ham this season have actually been quite solid, and we just need to build on this. The issue is that we've still got to play. We've got Liverpool, Arsenal at home, and we've got City, obviously, at the Etihad. Those are going to be tough games. We've got Villa, obviously, next week away. And then we've got Spurs. Well, obviously Spurs beat us at home, and no, Spurs beat us away, and then Spurs drew with us at Old Trafford. West Ham, we beat them. Do we still have to play West Ham away? I'm not sure. But we beat West Ham at home. Obviously, got to go away to Brighton, and then obviously got Newcastle as well to come to Old Trafford. So there's some difficult games. there's some difficult games coming. Chelsea, you know, we beat Wolves home and away, and Chelsea. Well, let's see what happens. Hopefully, we can dunk on those frauds. But the point I'm trying to make is that this is the goal here for me. I just think that we've just left, especially the injuries, we've just left too much. There's just we've left too much. We left too much. Mustafa, big up Mustafa, man. Thought I was going to be alone in this stream, man. Thank you for joining, though. Hopefully Leach recovers him. Customer, yes, I know it does. It does, man. We played West Ham away. Yeah, we lost. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Thanks, Mustafa, man. Appreciate it. We got Chelsea. Yeah. I'm hoping that we can beat those Chelsea forwards away, man. I hope that we can do that, but we'll see what happens. No, I think that at the end of the day, it's with the way the new Champions League format is. I think top 5 will be enough. And looking at the points, we're still 8 points from 4th. We're 8 points from 4th, and we're 6 points from 5th. We need to beat Spurs, man. I'm so annoyed that we weren't able to beat Spurs, because we beat Spurs and then suddenly Spurs have 42 points and we have 40 points. We're only 2 points behind for the way that things are going. That draw to Spurs potentially could have cost us, you know. So, but we'll see what happens. I think, you know, you look at the matches. I think Spurs have got Brighton at home. You never know. Then they've got Wolves at home, and then they've got Chelsea away. Though Chelsea aren't really anything these days. So, but it is what it is. But yeah, overall, what I'm saying is a back-to-back wins, hopefully. Exactly. But you know, Villa are going to be tough. Villa are going to be really, really tough. Big up Stone in chat says, if we beat Villa, so yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm satisfied with this win because West Ham actually they were above us at the end of the day. I mean, if you look at the record they've had, I think, was it 10 wins? Well, they had 9 beforehand, 6 draws, 7 losses. So they've been doing okay. Villa, on the other hand, look, 14 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses. You know, so we obviously did beat Villa. A lot of trouble. We came back. Going away to Villa is going to be something. I think if we can beat Villa away, then okay, maybe we can secure top 4. But if we don't, I'm thinking Europa League. I think the top 5 is gone. I think if we can't beat Villa, unless Villa somehow have like a massive disaster class of fall off. And in fairness, you know, if you look at their fixtures, last couple of things, you know, 1-1 to Sheffield United, just about beating Brentford away. This is when they beat Arsenal City. We obviously beat them 3-2. Just like I just said, just about beat Burnley away 3-2, still close. Scraped to past Villa, drew against Everton, drew with Chelsea, lost to Villa. Okay, they baptized Sheffield United. So you know they've got, I think, Chelsea in the midweek before, and so that will be interesting. As a tough game, as an away game, small games. So it's going to be tough for Villa as well, although I think they go into some decent fixtures, you know. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do something. Newcastle says Newcastle broke the voodoo record of Villa Park, so Villa can play high line. Exactly. If they play a high line, that will definitely suit us. But I suspect Emery will try and be a bit more conservative. That's what I suspect. I expect to be a bit more. He's not going to go all out, if that makes any sense, you know. Right, let's quickly go into the player ratings, guys. Let me check. So let's have a look here. Share this. Hopefully everyone can see that. Big up United Stand, man. Zoom this a bit. There we go. That should be better now. Cool. There we go. Player ratings. Let's get into the player ratings, guys. So player ratings. So Onana. Listen. Maybe I'm in the minority in this one, but I do feel like Onana is. I'm not saying Onana is not. It's not been bad for Onana this season. It's not been great. It's not been great, but I do feel like this guy is getting a lot of unnecessary stick. Sometimes, but almost like any small thing, it's like it's Onana's fault. The 3 goals against Wolves, I can't see how Onana is at fault for any of them. The first one is a penalty. The second one, the shot is at point blank range. Like, it's like, oh, he can move his body. It's like, it's a point blank range shot. It's literally the guy is only 5 yards out. He's 5 yards out and he shoots. And then the third one, it's bottom corner. It goes onto Varane's legs and it's bottom corner. Even if he dives, he's not getting there. You know, so I just think that there's, like I said, I'm not saying that he's been the best keeper. I'm not saying he's been the best keeper at all. I just think that there's just a few things where I'm like, guys, come on. Let's there seems to be a, rather than say, right, okay, hang on a minute. In the case of, for example, the third goal against Wolves, why the hell is Anthony losing the ball up there? It's no, Onana should have dived. No, why are we inviting unnecessary pressure onto our defense and a goalkeeper in the 92nd minute? Why was that? But for kobbie mainoo, why did Anthony unnecessarily do that, lose the ball, put pressure, and concede at that time? Why? You know, like, yeah, exactly. And exactly, exactly. Like, criticism is fine. I have no issue with criticism. But my issue is that when people where the criticism isn't balanced. And in that case, like I said, look at this. Yeah, exactly. So that wasn't his fault more. Lost his run. Exactly. He lost the ball, then didn't track back with his runner. But, because Onana didn't dive, it's his fault. No. Football, at the end of the day, football is a team game. Football is a team game. And there are very few instances where you blame one individual for the conceding a goal. Yes, Onana has in the Champions League. I'm like, okay, yeah, you need to save that. That's on you. But to be honest, most of the goals in the Premier League, I'm like, yeah, but why did we lose the ball there? But why didn't that person get track his man? Like, come on. I think we blame defensemen on nine. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. Exactly. Especially in transition. Exactly. It just seems to be their mistakes that are defensive mistakes, transition mistakes. And on top of that, let's keep it a stack. Our attack has been wank for most of the until recently. Big up Højlund, big up Højlund, big up Garnacho and Rashford to get there. But the reality is, like, our attack has been wank. Yes, we conceded 1 or 2 goals. Why don't we score 2 or 3? Why don't we score 2 or 3 goals? You know, we haven't been like, look, if I look at the table, I'm just going to switch screens to 1 second, guys, and share this tab instead. If you see that, you know, United have scored what? How many goals have we scored? Goals for, have we scored 31? I don't believe that. Okay, we scored 31 goals apparently. Yeah, goals for, goals against. Yeah, so we've conceded 32 goals. We scored 31 goals, but look at how many goals everyone else has scored. 51, 51, 49, 49, 36, 42, 48. We have to scroll down to where? To 12th. And Bournemouth haven't even played yet. You know, so you're scoring down to maybe 13th. You know, Brentford have scored 31 goals. You know, Luton have scored more goals than we have. Luton FC have scored more goals than we have. So you're having to come down to like the bottom half, 13, 15, before you think, okay, these are the amount of goals we scored. And that's not good enough. So I get it. We shouldn't concede, but if you look at the amount of goals that conceded, you don't have to actually go down enough. Okay, we've conceded 32 goals. Okay, cool. But Spurs have conceded 35. West Ham 36. Brighton 38. Newcastle 37. Like, if you actually look at our record, I think we're what? I think, okay, so the top 4 conceded less. 5th. We have the 5th best defensive record in league so far. I'm not saying that's great, but when you consider the fact that we've conceded the 5th least amount of goals, yet we've scored, where in terms of our scoring, we're like down to like 14th, 15th. You can see where the disparity is. That's just that's my 2 cents. We scored, yeah, exactly. Would you take? No, I wouldn't. Over Højlund? No. No. I wouldn't. I think if you're a Chelsea fan, I think all I can say is it's unlucky. If you're a Chelsea fan, all I can say is unlucky, unlucky. Right, let me get back to the um the match rate. So yeah, so I'll give Anana a 6. I think, yeah, 6.3 for people. I think people give Anana a 6. That's fine. Yeah, Højlund is much. Rasmus is much better than Højlund. HH can definitely hold chess, man. He can definitely hold chess. Let's get back to player ratings, guys. So 109, I give him a 6. Diego Dallo, I think Dallo was actually really, really good today. In fact, I'll give Dallo an 8. 7.3. I think Dallo was actually really good today. That last ditch tackle as well. That's a goal. And then it's 2-1, I think. And then you know what happens to United. 2 goals are dangerous. The pressure's on. We concede. So I think that for that last ditch challenge from Dallo, and it's just overplayed today. I think he was really, really good. He has definitely improved. He's definitely improved. Dallo, yeah, exactly. He saved Maguire a lot, but I guess Varane needed the rest. Is just what I can gather. Big up, Rich. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Great seeing our quote from Garnacho. Exactly. Make sure you go and subscribe to Rich Sports Channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. I'm not done United post match. It feels like in ages. So I do need to do more content. But guys, I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. But go and support Rich Sports over there, man. Go and support him. Maguire, I mean, they kept the clean sheet. He did get caught out at times. I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I'll give him a 6. Like, steady performance. They kept the clean sheet. He did kick quite out once or twice. I'm not saying it was an amazing performance one, but at the end of the day, the defense kept a clean sheet. You know what I mean? So you can't really hate that much. They did what they had to do, and that was that. So whether or not you think Maguire is good enough for Manchester United, I guess remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, you can't rely on Rafa Varane being fit and available all the time. That's the biggest issue. You cannot rely on Rafa Varane being fit and available all the time. It just, that's just how it is. Moving on. Lisandro, man. I really hope. I really, 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 really hope for our sake that he's not injured, man. I really, really hope that because you can already see the difference when I'm not saying he's a perfect defender, but you can already see the difference when he's there, man. The foot injury, he's gone on his knee. I really, really hope that it's not that bad. I mean, for me, Lisandro, I think Lisandro, just based on obviously what he did for us, I give Lisandro an 8 as well. Some people say 7. Okay, fine. We kept a clean sheet. And part of the reason I feel for that is that Lisandro, is one of our sort of, I guess, ball carriers. And that like he can help connect the defense and the midfield, I think, and that's so important. I don't think any of our centre backs really can do that well. And I think that when Onana starts to build a bit more confidence, he'll be able to, and hopefully him and Lisandro can play together. And I think suddenly you'll start to see a bit more what Onana, Lisandro, etc. can give to this team. But he's not had enough time because he's been injured. And like I said, I really, really hope that this knee injury doesn't get out of the season. We need him. Maguire's a decent substitute, but he doesn't do what Lisandro can do. And suddenly now, we're in a difficult straits where, okay, you play Varane, Maguire. Okay, you can't play Varane all the time. Okay, so does Evans come in? Do you play Shaw there? What's going on? Do you have to bring Wan-Bissaka back? I don't know. So that's where we are as far as Lisandro goes. So I don't like Maguire, but I support the change because we have to protect Varane, especially. Exactly. And we might have to protect Lisandro as well. I mean, I think if I just remind myself about let's have a look. West Ham. Yes, we've got a week. No, FA Cup is until 28th, so that's fine. Okay, so we've got about a week. Hopefully he can rest up in that week. Hopefully. Because then we've got Luton Town away, which actually isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Given how Luton are playing, 4-4 against Newcastle, like beating, like people say Luton are ass, but 4-4 against Newcastle, I think it was 4-3, just about bailouts against Arsenal. I'm actually a bit worried. About these guys. But if we could somehow beat Villa, we can maybe get a dub against these two, Luton and then Fulham at home, and then you go in against City away, and you just live in hope. Really, you just live in hope. That's all. But after that, again, another decent run before we face Chelsea and Liverpool back to back. So we'll see what happens. Let's quickly go back to the player ratings. Luke Shaw. Yeah, I think Luke Shaw stays 7. I'll give him a 7. Luke Shaw, I think it was all right. I think I had an okay game today. Lisandro just adds bite to defense and confident on the ball. Fernandes fine. Exactly. It changes things. It does. Whatever anyone says, it does change things. It does. A fit Lisandro Martinez with Casemiro, with mainoo, and suddenly you have a different team. In my personal opinion, you do have a different team. Whether people can accept that or not, it's up to them. But that's what I think. Scrolling up, Casemiro. Yeah, steady 7. mainoo likewise, I think steady again, 7 again. So I think both of them, yep, steady 7s. Bruno, big up AD, man. Big up AD. Hope you're doing well. Bruno. Again, I think I had an okay game, although I missed him in parts. I'll give him a 6. I just feel like, I don't know. Should we be expecting more from Bruno? Should we, like, Bruno was supposed to be, in my opinion, he's supposed to be like the KDB type of player in this Manchester United side, and he's the captain. So I just expect more from him. I'm not saying he's crap, but I just expect more from him. We should be getting more from Bruno. We should be getting more from Bruno, and we just haven't been getting it. And I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like we should be getting more from a player, Bruno's potential quality. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. They didn't do anything special, but they kept their job simple. Exactly. What I liked about this game was that I never felt, and this is where the midfield balance comes in, where I never felt when we played Kobbie Casemiro, where I felt like we were being overrun in our midfield. This is our most balanced midfield. Kobbie, Casemiro, and Bruno. That's the balance there. Yes, okay, I'd love if if we had a ball carrier like like a Pogba, for example, or what have you. Or maybe a more dynamic, if you put KDB where Bruno is, for example. But at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, this midfield is the most balanced one. Ten Hag has got to persist with it. That's as simple as that. He's got to persist with it and take it from there. And then hopefully, we can build from we can build from it. Because Casemiro, is he a long-term solution? No, but you now start to think, I wonder if I wonder, you bring in Frankie de Jong there, and suddenly things are a little bit different. You bring in, a Maddison to where Bruno is, suddenly things a bit different. I don't know. My thoughts are fairly similar to the United's community as well, so that's good. Garnacho got the brace. So I've given people an 8 before, so I've got to give Garnacho a 9 because he got the brace, don't I? And he's a youngster, so I'm going to give it to him. I know people say 7.98, but only because I've given 8 to who did I give 8 to? To our defense, Lisandro, and I think Dallo. I've got to give Garnacho a 9. You got the brace. He's a youngster. You can see the confidence there. Sometimes his decision making still is a little bit off, but he's improving, and he's a youngster, and he just needs time. And at the end of the day, højlund is 21 now, isn't he? Garnacho must be 19. Kobbie Mainoo is 18. That's 3 players that we're relying on we're relying on teenagers effectively to basically carry this Manchester United side. That's what we're doing, and that's wrong. But that's the situation that we're in, So I'd rather not be as critical to these guys, given how much we've got to rely on them. That's what I think anyway. Pick up our says Bruno kept on giving away the ball so cheaply. Yep. He's not being on my scoring sheet, man. Which leads to West Ham having a lot of freedom on the ball in our own. Yep. I don't know what you do about Bruno, to be honest. I don't know. But he's the captain. We'll see how long that lasts. Marcus Rashford. Give him a 6. Give him a 6. Give him a 6. Yeah. He looked better today. He looks like I think he's he got a bit frustrated, but he looks better. He looks better. It looks more determined. And I think that maybe it was the bollocking from what happened over the week, but he looks better. Still nowhere near where he was in terms of peak Rashford last season, but he does look better. He does look better. And hopefully, fingers crossed, he can improve. Because we need him to. Because right now, that front three I don't know where Martial's gone. I'll put that out there. I don't know where Martial's gone. I assume it's over for Martial. It's over. And I love to see Ahmed getting more game time. I don't know why he doesn't get more game time. Anthony, for me, is just not good enough. So, yeah. Moving on. Final thoughts. Rasmus. Højlund, man. My G. Højlund. I'll give Højlund. Hodder played good goal to invite the pressure on. Let's give Højlund an 8, man. I'll give Højlund an 8, man. Big up Højlund, man. I said at the beginning of the season that Højlund can give me 15 goals in all competitions. I'll be happy. And he's got 10. 5 in the CL and the other 5 in the other competitions. I think if he gets another 5 goals for me, I think that'd be a good season for Manchester United. 15 goals in all competitions. I'll take that. We still got an FA Cup. We still got Premier League. If he can do the business against maybe a Forest away, unfortunately, and then you got a few opportunities against some other teams. Scored a brilliant goal against Spurs. Scored a brilliant goal again today. One of the United's goals of the season, I would argue. So he can keep on going. Let's see what happens. Only 5 more goals, and I think he can do that. I think the pain of not getting his foot, and he gets his first Premier League goal, and then suddenly it's like, right, okay, especially the goal that I think that won us the game. I think it was against Villa, wasn't it? And now, he scored 4 and 4. So I think the confidence is there for Rasmus now, and we just need to support this dude. I still think that United need another striker, so you don't rely on him all the time. But let's back him. If we can't find a younger options for Bruno, Casper, and Varane around the age 25 or younger, then you definitely feel better about the future. So you've just been going forward. It makes you, yeah, exactly. And there are people that are there. I mean, if you'd gone for Kim and Jay in the summer, there you go. If you'd gone, I don't know whether Mount was supposed to be the replacement for Bruno and Casemiro. I don't know whether Mount was supposed to be there. Mount apparently exists. He exists. That's all I'll say. But we got scammed. We actually got scammed by Chelsea for Mason Mount. We did. Substitutions. McTominay. It was okay-ish. I'll give him a 6. Rank came on. Again, has ability. Give him a 6 as well. Lindelof came on. Didn't really do much. Just 5. And Anthony, 5. Eric Ten Hag. Let's see. I'll give him a 7, man. I'll give him a 7 for Eric Ten Hag. I still think there's a worry about when we make up his in-game management with substitutions, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I just think that we just have to persevere with it and see what happens. But whether Ineos will or not, that remains to be seen. That definitely remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. But overall, I'm happy. And like I said, going to the table right now. Oh, looks like Liverpool have equalized. Interesting. It must be half time now. And if you can see the table now, Liverpool obviously first, Arsenal second, City third, Villa fourth, Tottenham fifth, and United sixth. You know, you've got to go and beat Villa next weekend. You got to, because if you beat Villa, even though if we beat Villa, we'll still be, I think we'll still be 5 points behind them. But it's just a statement, it's the fact that okay, we can beat Villa, we can beat West Ham, we can charge it, because Villa, Spurs, and all the other teams still as well have to play Arsenal. They still have to play Liverpool. They still have to play all these other teams where they could potentially drop points. And at least we have Liverpool and Arsenal coming to Old Trafford. Whether we'll beat them at Old Trafford or not, that remains to be seen. But we still have them to come, which is a lot easier than going away to the Emirates, or go to Anfield when these guys are going to be in a title charge. That's what I would say. So here's hoping, positivity. Let's end it. Let's see what happens. And of course, it could be worse. We could be Chelsea FC. Anyway, guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. Remember, if you're on YouTube channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter at WeUniteX and smash that notification button. Plays, matches, and more. Stay tuned. We'll be obviously doing more AFCON streams as well. And I'll be trying to do and upload more United content as well. Have a nice day, guys, and cheers. Peace.